Hello, this is Compound Interest Stock Guy, and today on October 4th, 2019, I'm going to be updating the cannabis markets and some of the hottest cannabis stocks, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about gold and silver and crude oil. So stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that bell down below so you're notified when I upload a video. Give me thumbs up. It helps me grow my channel. It helps more people see it. I appreciate everyone who gives me thumbs up on my video. I've been getting a lot of thumbs up on some of my last videos. I got a very good one on the top most highest EBITDA cannabis companies, or some similar title to that, and it was a pretty good video. If you haven't seen that video and you want to learn more about cannabis companies that are set to do very well in 2020, I think that's a great video to watch. I put a lot of effort into that video. Yeah, so let's do this. So basically, some of the stocks such as TRUL TILT are really starting to come up, as you know, I felt it was time for it to come up. You know, when they got Charlotte's Web and when it's gone to $30, right, and TRUL TILT's making a lot more money than Charlotte's Web, and they're way more profitable than Charlotte's Web. You know, eventually they got to get their time in the limelight. Basically, I think what's kind of really adding to that fuel, and it's just getting started. I think it's got a lot more to go, in my opinion. As far as TRUL TILT goes, I think it's going to go to $20, $25, $30 potentially. I mean, the $20, I think that's a certainty. As far as the 25 and the 30 and even higher, I think it could absolutely go a lot higher. But this year or early 2020, I'm not really sure how high it's going to go. I will probably be selling out my position come early 2020 or end of 2019, depending on the price. I'm trying to get into a very highly liquid, highly cash position eventually by the end of the year. So, but anyways, I like my position. I have about 500 shares in TRUL TILT right now. What else? Okay, so Tilt started going up because 10 million. They changed the options deal with there were 60 million options that were vested for 525, and I think partly there's rumors that there's going to be financing close, and so it was part of the financing close that they needed to rearrange those options. So basically it's 9 million shares out at 105, so there's less dilution, but it's at a lower cost per share. So I don't know, the market really likes it. I think it's good for lower dilution. As far as I mean, it puts money in the management's pocket a little quicker. But you know, it is what it is. I'm moving forward. You know, if Tilt goes to $2 or $3, you know, that'll be good for the owners, and it'll be good for me. My idea is, okay, so I hit about 48 or maybe even 55 cents a few days ago, and now it's coming back down, but it's just a reversal. I think it's gonna start climbing higher. I honestly could see it definitely go to $1 before 2020, and potentially even $1.50 or $2 or even higher. I know it sounds pretty high, but if they finish that financing, they get 120 million cash, and then they have a really great quarter, and then maybe their next quarter shows, like, I mean, it may not happen till early 2020 where they're really executing top notch, where maybe they get a quarter of, like, say 60 million USD, and then maybe like a 10 million or 15 million net income. Somewhere around that range would be very advantageous and very awesome for Tilt Holdings. Now, I hope they get a deal with some of the big players in Canada for vapes. PAX Labs is making headway with their deal. They made a deal with Zenabis, I think Zenabis is probably going to go a lot higher. I think it's, but you know, it's going to be when Canopy and Aurora start going a lot higher, when they start going to 13 or so Canadian dollars. And Tilray's got their PP. They want to raise $400 million, and that should close one of these days. That'll put them in a very advantageous cash position, because they had about 160 million or so, or more, maybe 175 million last quarter. So they're probably running at about maybe like 130 right now, maybe, and then add another 400 million, they're going to be over 530 million. And that's, I think that all that cash will be in US dollars. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they're raising it in, US dollars. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm about 95% sure. And yeah, 530 million USD cash is a pretty big cash position when you got you know, Canopy at about 1.8 million Canadian. So in a USD, that's about like 1.3 billion. So I mean, that would put them very close to where Tilray's at. You know, it'd be half their cash position. So I mean, anyways, there's some other ones, like people are talking about CXXI. You know, I'd like to see their cash position before really betting hard on them. You know, they did show that they only lost $100,000 last quarter, so you know, maybe good. Harvest is kind of double bottoming, so you know, maybe it's gonna go to about like 390 or something like that, and I think it's gonna start going up. I haven't picked a position in Harvest. I need really good confirmation to want to get a position. I'm just not in the buying phase right now in my portfolio. I'm ready to start selling and not buying. So I need to be look at the chart, and it be very looks good to me, right? And just be, you know, it looks as though it's a sure thing that I'm gonna maybe double or something, or triple my money or something like that in the near term, like 3 to 6 months before I want to take a position. Now I'm gonna pivot now to talking about gold and silver. Just getting my cannabis coverage, follow updates, just sharing all the updates in the cannabis space, what I'm kind of hearing about. Before I pivot, I'll also say that the market's really not responding to the BioStill deal with Canopy. I know it's not a cash position, but I do think it could be a very big you know, catalyst in the future going forward when there's more details, because BioStill's connected with Connor McDavid and all these other big sports players, so that'll be very good for them. And there was like a 2015 report saying that the company's worth about $4 billion. So if they're acquiring them, that's a pretty huge acquisition, right? So yeah, basically that's what I want to talk about. And now I'm going to pivot to gold and silver. So gold and silver, I've closed out my position with Wheaton Precious Metals a week or two ago. I made money on it, but I just it wasn't looking right. And gold has, ever since that, it's came back down. I think it was like 1470 this weekend. So, or maybe early, like last Friday, I believe. So, I'd like to see silver start coming up, and then I'd maybe get maybe a 6-month call or a 5-month call, a $5 strike on Fortuna Silver in Canadian dollars. I think that's what I would do. A $5 strike, so that's about a $4 strike USD. Fortuna Silver, FVI in Canada. I'm not sure what it is in USA. Fortuna Silver is a very profitable company for silver. Yeah, I think they're gonna do good, especially if silver explodes. If silver explodes, I think it's gonna go a lot higher. Very well, could double, triple, quadruple. We'll just have to wait and see. I haven't been assured by the charts when I'm reading up on silver and gold that tells me that it's a buy that is going to go long yet. I think it could still go a little lower, so I don't want to be early. Now I'm going to pivot to crude oil. Okay, so crude oil, I had my Suncor call a while back and it sold out, and I did good on that one too. Now I'm looking to maybe re-enter. Okay, so there was that false flag, and oil went to $63, and now it's bottomed down to about like $51, $52, right? But I haven't seen any momentum yet to tell me that it's a buy as far as buying crude. So I'm just gonna wait and see. The company that I would be playing is Suncor. So that's SU in Canada and SU in USD. And yeah, they're very profitable. They do have debt on the books, but they're doing about like $2.7 billion in net income last quarter. So you know, it's pretty big. They're about a $60 billion market cap. Yeah, so that's the kind of company that I'm looking for to get a position with a call option for out maybe till the last time I did it December 20th, and then maybe this time I would do January or February. Just give me a little more time on my expiration. Anyways, that's my updates talking about the cannabis industry, crude and crude oil, as well as gold and silver. And that's your cannabis and all your updates for the space. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna get this weekend off. I may be doing a video. I'm gonna be busy meeting up with a friend. So you guys have a great weekend. If I don't talk to you guys soon, you guys take care. Good luck in the market. Again, don't chase no FOMO. Just do your own thing. When the market looks good, time it and get in and get out. Make your money. You know, whether the market, it goes down. Say you buy Aurora at $6 and all of a sudden it starts going down and it's going down hard, then you sell out your position because maybe it go down to $5 or $4, right? That's the kind of approach we as investors and traders have to really, you know, we need to grow our game as far as that goes. So yeah, keep